Are you serious? Are you serious? Folks, this is going to be one of the more important videos that maybe I've ever done. It's called President Barack Obama's Brain Initiative. Obama's Brain Initiative. It is an actual White House government initiative fathered by President Obama, and that is to figure out a way to study the absolute makings and mechanisms and of the brain, and how the brain thinks, how the brain works, how the brain interacts with the physical body and the soulical part of man. Now, this is so important if you understand Revelation chapter 13 and 14 as it relates to the mark of the beast. You know that the beast has to be some type of a system. You can't buy or sell except you have this mark. Now, this mark must be something that connects you to the system or to the beast, a direct link to the beast, so that there can't be no false identification at all. It has to be foolproof completely. And that is part of the reason for the Obama Brain Initiative. I'm going to read to you a couple things I have. He started this actually in April of 2013. It's a little bit less than a year, and I haven't spoke about it because I waited, because I understand that the microchip implantation of a microchip is actually part of the Obamacare bill that was passed and was supposed to have been implemented by March 23rd, 2013, but has been pushed all the way back to December of 2017 and beyond if the government needs to. The reason is the government hasn't fully finished the Brain Initiative, and the public is not ready to accept microchip implantation yet. They have to have a change of mentality. First, you have to have a realization that the mark of the beast is real. And once you understand that it is truly part of the New World Order, then you can understand why the government is going to spend billions of your dollars to invest in a way to control you physically, emotionally, and spiritually. Now, this report, there's a report highlights advancement in the realm of biotechnology, not only in the healthcare industry, but across all walks of life. Included in this special are several clips of Americans using biotechnology in everyday life. Paying their bills, of course, opening deadbolts, swiping fingerprints, or passing through airports with only the retinal scans for identification through your eyes. We understand this is all part of the identification process or verification process. Now, the RFID Microchip identification registry is part of the bill HR 3590 and HR 4872 that's part of the Obamacare health bill that has grown, folks, since it was passed with 2,200 pages to now over 5,000 pages and growing. Of course, Congress authorized that the procedures of how to carry out the Obamacare health care bill can be modified and changed as needed. That's why it's coming. Now, the microchip is a result of President Obama's Brain Initiative, a bold new research effort to revolutionize understanding of the human mind and uncover new ways to treat, prevent, and cure brain disorders like Alzheimer's, schizophrenia, autism, epilepsy, and traumatic brain injuries. Thus, Obama says that's his main reason, at least that's what he told the public, for the Obama Brain Initiative. Now, there's a report. This I got right off the whitehouse.gov. You can go there and you can actually go to whitehouse.gov and in the search bar type Brain Initiative, and it will take you to this report. In the East Room of the White House, President Barack Obama on April the 2nd, I believe it was, April 2nd of 2013, gave a speech announcing this Brain Initiative. He said, "Thank you so much. Thank you, everybody," as they were applauding. "Please have a seat." Well, first of all, let me thank Dr. Collins, not just for the introduction, but for his incredible leadership in New Hampshire. Those of you who who know Francis also know that he's quite a gifted singer and musician. Okay, everybody's happy about that. And then they go into some more laughter. It's then when Obama starts to break down his brain initiative plan and why he wants to do it. He says, and because of incredible dynamic situations, we don't just attract the best scientists here to the White House or the best entrepreneurs he's referring to, but we also continually invest in their success. We support labs and universities to help them learn and explore, and we fund grants to help them turn a dream into reality. And we have a patent system to protect their inventions, and we offer loans to help them turn those inventions into successful business. That all sounds nice. The investments don't always pay off, he said, but when they do, they change our lives in ways that we could never have imagined. Change we can believe in, of course. Computer chips and GPS technology, the internet, all of these grew out of government, says Obama. Government investments in basic research. And sometimes, in fact, some of the best products and services can spin off completely from unintended research that nobody expected to have certain applications. Businesses then use this technology to create countless jobs. Again, that sounds very nice. Then he says, so the founders of Google got their early support from the National Science Foundation. The Apollo project that put a man on the moon also gave us eventually CAT scans. Every dollar we spend to map the human genes has returned $140 to our economy. $1 investment brings back $140. So he's selling the message why we need to spend trillions. It ended up being trillions of dollars on microchip technology. He says Dr. Collins has helped lead the genome effort, and that's why we thought it was appropriate to have him here to announce the next great American project, and that is what we call the Brain Initiative. He compares this initiative to putting a man on the moon, folks. He wants to make the Brain Initiative to get into your brain, figure out how your brain works, and tell it what to do. This is the biggest initiative in his entire administration. Now, as humans, we can identify with galaxies and lights away, and we can understand, we can study particles smaller than the atom, but we still haven't unlocked the mysteries of the 3 pounds between your ears, the brain. And we need to study the individual neurons. We need to figure out the main functions of certain areas of the brain. He doesn't tell you what those are, but those are the solical, the conscience of mankind within the brain. Now, he also says, so there is an enormous mystery waiting to be unlocked, and the Brain Initiative will change that. Now, he's talking about control. If we can not, it's nice to say we could cure Alzheimer's and Parkinson's. They've got another plan for that. It's called extermination. They're not really worried about fixing. Do you want to know why they don't ever come up with a cure for cancer? Because it's handy when you need it. It keeps down population control. Believe me, Parkinson's disease, Alzheimer's disease, these are diseases, they're not going to go away. There's another option how to fix that. This research is purely for, this Brain Initiative is for one thing and one thing only, how to interact microchip technology with the human brain. How to be able to convince. Here's what it is. Doctors know they can take certain drugs and alter your mood, alter your way of thinking, even alter your consciousness. If we can do that with drugs, then we should be able to transfer that information and do that through electronic mechanisms or GPS or microchip technology on command. Now, if you read your Bible, The beast had the same initiative. What? The beast had the same brain initiative. Let me read. In Revelation 13, first of all, verse 1 just tells you, and I stood upon the sand of the sea, and I saw a beast rise up out of the sea, having 7 heads and 10 horns, and upon his horns were 10 crowns, upon his heads the name blasphemy. The Antichrist will rise and will have 10 kings directly reporting to the Antichrist. It's called the beast. There will also be a false prophet. That's prophesied right here. Look at verse 11, same chapter. And I beheld another beast coming up out of the earth. He had horns like a lamb, and he spake as a dragon. Of course, that will be the false prophet. So you have an Antichrist and a false prophet working in this beast system. Now, let's go to verse 15, same chapter. I'm in Revelation 13, verse 15. And he had power to give life unto the image of the beast. That will be done through computers and technology command. Remember, Siri can talk back now. Siri can answer. Siri can almost think. Siri can think. It's been given that ability. And he gave power to the life, to give life unto the image of the beast, that the image of the beast should both speak and cause that as many as would not worship the image of the beast should be killed. That's the elimination of the resistors. That's how a lot of people are going to be eliminated, because part of the Georgia Guidestone, part of Agenda 21 is depopulation. It is a theory of the beast. Read on. And he causes all, both small and great, rich and poor, free and bond, to receive a mark in their right hand or in their foreheads. There's a reason for that. Because the forehead is going to be linked to the solical portion of the brain. And that no man might buy or sell, save he that had the mark, or the name of the beast, or the number of his name. The password or the technology, the link to the brain. Here, listen. And whenever I used to read this, I used to think this microchip is either going to be in your right hand or your forehead. That's not what this means. It means it's going to be in both. The microchip that's in the brain will be actually a small, thin wire that will somehow connect or send direct commands to the neutrons within the brain to alter your thinking, just like chemical pharmaceutical drugs would. That's why pharmaceutical is a spirit. It's actually a demonic spirit. People don't understand that. That's why they're addicted to things, because it's actually demonic. It's spiritual. It's demonic. This microchip will take on the same characteristics as a pharmaceutical medication, but instead it will be through electronic technological advancement. Well, let's just call it what President Obama calls it, the brain initiative. So, he caused all both small and great, rich and poor, free and bond, to receive a mark in his right hand or in his forehead, and that no man might buy or sell, save he have the mark, or the name of the beast, or the number of his name. And here is wisdom. Let him that have understanding count the number of the beast, for it is the number of a man. It is technology. And his number is 600 For years, people have been taking secret codes, taking people's names, world leaders' names, matching up with secret codes, trying to come up with who is 666. It has nothing to do with that. The number of a man is the understanding of the man's brain, how it works with the new technology. I'm telling you now, the technology is catching up with the prophecy, and we're getting closer to the very, very, very realization that the mark of the beast technology is just about here. I'm not saying the mark of the beast is here, because we've still got some events prophetically that need to take place. But when the Antichrist walks into the temple of God, he needs to already have everything ready. The track has to be fully laid, including the system of how he's going to control the mind and souls. That's why everyone that takes the mark will be damned. It says in the Bible, they will be damned. Why? Because they can't reverse it. Are you saved? Give your life to Jesus Christ and have the mind of Christ.